Donald Trump has already won the 2024 election. How do I know that? Not because of the polls, not because Nikki Haley's lost her mind. The deep state is already planning his next impeachment after he gets reelected.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth. I'm surviving on the top of the line.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. This is the Afternoon Drive. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, please do so. And then once you do, smack the bell, click the word all to get notification of my rants, my ravings, and my undeniably flawless reasonings. Welcome to the Afternoon Drive. As the political cases and indictments against Donald Trump continue to implode, because this was what they were going to use to stop him, as we're watching everything in Georgia fall apart and Fani Willis likely to get booted to the curb by the judge, as the J6 is completely stalled, as the documents case that will be heard in Florida is on indefinite stall, and it's in the hands of a very Trump-friendly judge, and no one really gives a flying flip about the money to Stormy Weather Daniels. The deep state is in full panic mode. As much as the mainstream lying legacy corporate corrupt media is trying to cover that Joe Biden may be old, but that doesn't mean that he's mentally askew. All you have to do is watch him to know that. I didn't need a report from the DOJ to tell me what my own eyes see. His polls are cratering. They keep trying to doctor up and tell us how wonderful the economy is and inflation is down and things are good. Yeah. That all said, the deep state is in panic mode, so they are getting ready to impeach Donald Trump once he gets reelected. And they've done it, or they're attempting to do it, with a definite violation of the separation of powers in this Ukraine aid, which basically, they don't mention Donald Trump by name, but this aid would continue for Ukraine, pretty much guaranteed for at least 6 to 9 months into the next presidential administration. And that if any president tries to stop it or withhold those funds to Ukraine, they will be impeached. They tried to build that into the bill. Now, the truth is, I would believe that the Supreme Court would throw that out because, again, there is a clear distinction of powers. And the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. And money to Ukraine is not humanitarian aid in this case. It is military aid. And that falls completely under the purview and jurisdiction of the commander-in-chief of the United States, the president. Interesting how Ukraine keeps coming up. Ukraine and the Bidens, Hunter, his dad, the money laundering. And now we're finding out that Ukraine, not Russia, were actually the creators and perpetrators of the Steele dossier that they tried to pin on Russia. Was actually Ukraine. See, Obama set that all up. And Biden was there carrying out Obama's directive to have Ukraine provide this false intel on Donald Trump. And they kept laying out baits and trying to get Donald Trump and his campaign to illegally collude with Russian operatives working out of Ukraine. The Trump team did not take the bait. And while Joe was orchestrating all that on behalf of Obama, he set up that wonderful little money laundering scheme that his son would get paid, $100,000 a month for basically being a crackhead moron. And now the way they keep all this quiet is to keep giving Ukraine money so that Zelensky doesn't out the scheme. Matt Taibbi, who is a far left in his politics, but a straight, no nonsense journalist. He digs in. Well, Matt Taibbi over at Substack has uncovered all of this and he's put it all together. I've watched Matt off and on, especially when he's on the Jimmy Dore show. But Dan Bongino went through what Matt Taibbi has now not just simply asserting, he has put it together. He has done the deep dive, the investigative reporting, and he's got the resources to connect all the dots from the Russian collusion to Ukraine to impeachment to everything that's happening right now with the war with Ukraine and why they can't let Donald Trump near the Oval Office. Here's Dan Bongino.
One of them. It's all the same story. I have been telling you this for years. There is absolutely no difference between the Ukraine story going on now, the Mar-a-Lago raid, the effort to paper over the scandal with FISA, the collusion hoax, Spygate, the impeachment hoax, and the Biden documents scandal. It is all the same thing. And it is this. They spied on Donald Trump and others, by the way. They spied on Donald Trump using foreign actors. One of those foreign actors who assisted in the plot to take down Donald Trump was the Ukrainian government. Don't, you have to write it down. I'm going to get to all of this. I'm going to go through it piece by piece right here so you have the whole story up front. The Ukrainian government was deeply involved in the effort to spy on and take down Donald Trump. The Ukrainians know about this. Joe Biden was knee-deep in Ukraine in a business operation in Ukraine while Barack Obama and his people were using Ukraine to spy on Donald Trump. The spying operation on Donald Trump, there are documents that Michael Schellenberger, Matt Taibbi, and Alex Gutentag say exist in a binder. It is something I heard about. They confirmed. I give them all the credit in the world, but we addressed it on the show. The raid on Mar-a-Lago was an effort to get rid of that intelligence, to go find it and make it go away. The FISA operation, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court operation to spy on Donald Trump, was the insurance policy, ladies and gentlemen. It was nothing more than an effort to paper over what was a John Brennan, CIA, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama effort to spy on Donald Trump. The FISA operation was just nothing more than an effort to put paper behind it and give it the patina, the coating of morality and ethical behavior. It was a fake the whole time. The collusion scandal was nothing more than a fairy tale invented by Hillary Clinton and advanced by John Brennan and useful idiot Jim Comey. The spying operation on Donald Trump was nothing more than an effort to set him up with a push-pull operation I described years ago where they kept pushing intel into the Trump team, fake intel, hoping they would suck it up so they could frame them for being involved with the Russians. The impeachment hoax on Donald Trump only happened after Donald Trump started asking questions about Ukraine and their role in both Hunter Biden and their role to keep him out of office. They impeached him for the phone call. The Biden documents scandal. The documents he was hiding were documents about Ukraine, who was knee-deep in the Spygate scandal. Folks, the global swamp is freaking out right now.
Boom, shakalaka boom, shakalaka boom.